Steelers fans, if you have a question about the Steelers that you want me to answer here on the show, go into the comments section, use hashtag Steelers along with your question to get your question on this week's mailbag episode. I love interacting with you guys. I love talking Steelers with y'all. So if you'll just go down in the comments section, put hashtag Steelers and your question, you might be on this week's show. What's good, Steeler Nation? My name is Jack Sperry, and this is Steelers Talk. We have a great show for you today here on this Monday. Fortunately, the Steelers lost yesterday, but today we're going to be going over Fansided's list of top free agent pickups or targets for the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2023. But first, we got to talk a little bit about the quarterback situation because we know that Kenny Pickett, he left the game yesterday with a supposed concussion, right? He passed all the tests for the NFL's concussion protocol, but they yanked him, so that means that he must have something going on in terms of a concussion. So, you know, with these head injuries, with NFL concussion protocol, you never really know how these things are going to unfold. It's certainly possible that Kenny Pickett doesn't play this week. I would expect him to play, but there's certainly that possibility that that head injury keeps him out of the lineup this week. And it could be Mitchell Trubisky again, but it just wasn't very good yesterday, guys. It just wasn't. 3 interceptions, 22 out of 30, not a bad completion percentage. He had some nice throws, particularly at the end of the game. But the 3 interceptions, man, just staring down a receiver in the middle of the field, 6-year veteran can't be doing that. Throwing a deep ball double covered and it's not even close. It's like it's a bad ball too. It's like Mitchell Trubisky just can't be doing this kind of stuff. And if Kenny Pickett's out of the lineup, I mean, there's some that are questioning right now if Mason Rudolph should get his first start of the 2022 season. We've seen him in the black and gold before, and he's been okay. Like, he's won some games with Mike Tomlin and a good defense and a good running game, right? 61.5 completion percentage isn't bad. 16 touchdowns to 11 interception ratio is not terrible. He could come in and potentially win a game against a Panthers team that's not exactly great right now. That's certainly possible. But here's the deal, guys. Plain and simply, we all know this, if Kenny is healthy, if he gets cleared by concussion protocol, he's going to play, right? That's not what I'm talking about right now. The big question, I think, is if Kenny can't go, who is going to be the QB2 and step in and start next week against the Panthers? Will it be Mitchell Trubisky or will it be Mason Rudolph? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Will it be Mitchell Trubisky or Mason Rudolph? This is the pinned comment on today's video. So whenever you get an ad break here on the video, guys, just go right down in the comment section, find that pinned comment, and give an answer to today's question. For me, I'm going to go with Mitchell Trubisky for now. I don't think either one of these guys is a good option particularly, but Mitch has shown some pretty decent things this year. We kind of know what Mason Rudolph is. I would be fine with either one, but right now I would probably lean Trubisky. Okay, guys, let's get into Fansided, who had a list of top free agent targets for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And number 1 on their list was Jabril Peppers, the safety that currently plays for the New England Patriots. He's going to be a free agent this offseason. And if you take a look at the Steelers' safety situation right now, Terrell Edmunds is a free agent. DeMonte Casey is a free agent. Miles Killebrew is going to be a big-time cut candidate for the Steelers this year. So, the Steelers will definitely be looking to solidify that strong safety position. And if the Steelers don't re-sign Edmunds this offseason, Jabril Peppers is a good player. He's a very versatile player. Mike Tomlin would like him a lot. He's kind of similar to Minkah Fitzpatrick, where they can both do a lot of things on the football field. So I would say go for it if you don't want to cough up the money for Edmunds. But at the end of the day, Terrell Edmunds is a really good, strong safety. I don't know if I really want to entertain the idea of getting rid of him. I think he's a really pivotal part of this Steelers defense. I think he and Minkah Fitzpatrick have a great relationship together. So I'm just not sure if it would be a great opportunity for the Steelers to look in another direction at strong safety. But let me know in the comments section right now, guys, if you would like to keep Terrell Edmunds and re-sign him, if you think that type E, or if you think we could go out and get a guy like Jabril Peppers, type P, if you think Peppers would be a better option for the Steelers. All right, before we get into the other names on this list, let's have a word from our sponsor at Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill. You guys know how these monthly subscriptions work, right? You get something thinking that you're going to use it all the time, and you use it like twice, and then you just don't use it ever again. And then like 2 years pass, and you're still paying for that. I'm someone that has this problem a lot too, and so this is why I use this app, Rocket Money, which once again is formerly known as Truebill. The app shows you all of your monthly subscriptions in one place, then cancels for you whatever you don't still want. Rocket Money can find subscriptions you don't even know that you were paying for, and you may even be paying for double charged subscriptions right now that you just don't need to be. To cancel a subscription, all you have to do is press cancel on the app, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest for you. Get rid of useless subscriptions with Rocket Money now. Go to rocketmoney.com/SteelersTalk to help out the channel and save you guys a bunch of money. I'm saving hundreds of dollars a month with this app. I was paying for a bunch of stuff I didn't need to be paying for, and you don't need to be either. So go to rocketmoney.com/SteelersTalk to help out the channel and start saving money today. All right, now let's get into the second name on our list today, which is James Bradberry, the cornerback out of Philly, who is having a fantastic year. Kind of had an off year last year, but he's playing really well for the Eagles this year. Let's take a look at the Steelers cornerback situation. We know that this needs to be addressed in the offseason. We haven't seen William Jackson III in black and gold just yet. Hopefully we can see him this weekend. Cam Sutton's pretty solid, but he's a free agent this year. Levi Wallace and Witherspoon could be getting cut. Pierre, I believe, is a free agent as well. It's just, you might be wanting to grab another cornerback in free agency, especially if you don't want to draft one of those top-of-the-line cornerbacks in the first round of the 2023 NFL draft. And for me, I think that getting Bradberry depends on what Mike Tomlin's vision for the defense is. If he's looking to run more of his more traditional style defense that he's run in the past, kind of Dick LeBeau, zone blitz, man match heavy style defense, then Bradberry is a fantastic fit. Go ahead. But if they're going to run the kind of stuff that Terrell Austin has brought into the defense this year, lots of straight man coverage, that's just not James Bradberry's bag. He's more of a zone corner. He's more of a man match kind of corner. He's not really the type of guy that you can just leave alone on an island and just say, go beat this guy one-on-one. He needs to be someone that's playing in a zone scheme. So if Mike Tomlin wants to convert back into what he's kind of been running his entire career, then I say, I'm all for it. He's a great player. But if they're going to keep running this heavy man-type zone, or scheme, I should say, I would not be a fan of getting Bradberry. Now, number 3 on the list from Fansided is Tremaine Edmunds, the inside linebacker from Buffalo, and Terrell Edmunds' brother. So this would be a reunion here between Edmunds' brothers. We know that Mike Tomlin has a lot of respect for this family. Let's take a look at the Steelers depth chart here at linebacker. Miles Jack could be a cut candidate. The Steelers, I think, could save about $8 million in cap space if they cut him this offseason. Devin Bush is a free agent. So the Steelers are almost certainly going to be adding a linebacker this year, and I think that this is a great fit for the Steelers on multiple fronts. Not only do you get the familiarity between Terrell Edmunds if you re-sign him, plus Tremaine Edmunds coming in, that brotherly connection, what have you, but he's a fantastic player as well, very rangy player, the type of linebacker that Mike Tomlin really likes in his defense, can really versatilize this Steelers defense. I think it would be a great fit. All right, guys, let me know in the comments how you want the Steelers to address the inside linebacker position in the 2023 offseason. Do you think they should go to free agency and get a guy like Tremaine Edmunds, or do you think they should go to the draft and draft a young guy? Type F for free agency or type D for draft. Now, number 4 on this list is Isaiah Wynn, and you guys know that I am a big Isaiah Wynn fan. He was one of my favorite trade targets during the NFL trade deadline this year. He could really just plug in right away and be that left tackle and solidify that spot for Kenny Pickett, or, he could play right tackle as well. If you grab him, right, and let's say you cut Okorafor, and, you could still potentially draft a left tackle in the first round of the 2023 NFL draft and plug Wynn at right tackle. So I think no matter what, if you go and get a guy like Wynn, you're going to have to pay a little bit of money, but he's going to be someone that's a rock in your offensive line, whether it's on the left side or on the right side. I think he could be a fantastic fit for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You take a look at the Steelers' offensive line right now. I think Okorafor is going to get cut. He's a pretty expensive player right now. Dan Moore is fine as like a rotational piece in my opinion, but if you can get Isaiah Wynn and then draft another tackle to go on the left side, I think that would be freaking fantastic for the black and gold. I would love to see Wynn as a Pittsburgh Steeler because I think he's a fantastic fit. I think that he could play on the left side, on the right side. It gives them versatility in terms of what they can do in their strategy in the offseason. You don't have to feel like you have to get a left tackle if you pick up a guy like Isaiah Wynn. But you certainly can if you want to get a really good left tackle and put him on the right side. Yeah, that's even better, right? So I think this would be a fantastic pickup for the Steelers. I'm completely on board for this one, guys. And if you like this kind of content, guys, black and gold, Steelers content, news and rumors, we're going to be doing a ton of draft stuff, a ton of free agency stuff here during the offseason. So if you want access to all of that good stuff, consider subscribing and joining our family here at Steelers Talk today. We do a lot of fun stuff here at Steelers Talk, including a lot of like these kind of promotions. And yesterday we did a promotion where the person with the most F the Ravens in the comment section would get a special shout out. And Theodore Restucci is our winner today. He had the most F the Ravens comments on yesterday's video. And just thank you so much for getting those comments in there, guys. Every single one of you that put them in there. But Theodore, congratulations on being today's winner and getting today's shout out. All right, now the last name here, and I'm really excited about this name, J.J. Watt, T.J. Watt's brother, Derek Watt's brother. This would be a Watt Bros reunion, man. This would be fantastic to see. This would be one of the greatest stories in sports if all three of these guys could be on the same team. But JJ is 34 years of age next season. He's getting up there. He's not what he once was. He would likely have to be a rotational defensive line piece for the Steelers, kind of like in that almost Larry Ogunjobi role, right? That 3-4 defensive end kind of role. And then he would likely have to accept a lower contract, right? The Steelers don't have a ton of cap space next season, so he's probably gonna have to accept a contract probably less than $10 million a year next year. And I'm just not sure if he's going to be willing to do that. Plus, he's probably gonna be looking for an immediate contender, Super Bowl contender, because he hasn't won that elusive Super Bowl title just yet. So I'm not sure if this is going to be something that JJ is going to want to do, but let's just take a look at it like logistically for the Steelers. Larry Ogunjobi, he's a free agent coming up here. I mean, you look at what JJ Watt can bring to this defense. Really good run blocker, really smart player, lots of experience. I think he'd be a great addition. So I certainly think it's possible, especially because he's got that family connection to Derek and TJ, that he would want to come and play with his brothers for at least a year. So it's certainly possible, but I think it's unlikely because I think he's going to be wanting to look for a true Super Bowl contender. And then, the money aspect I think is going to come into play as well, and I think that'll prevent him from becoming a member of the black and gold. All right, guys, before we wrap things up here, name a free agent that you want the Steelers to sign this next offseason. If it was somebody on this list, great. If it's somebody else, let me know in the comments right now. Okay, guys, I want to give you guys one more reminder that if you have a question for me and want to get on the show this week, you got to use #Steelers and put a question in the comments section. And if it's a good question, if we like it here at Steelers Talk, we're going to put it on the show later in the week. All right, Yinzers. Today was a great show. I appreciate the heck out of you, Steeler Nation. And until next time, peace.